win. You said you don't have friends, but I had them and I'm still cool with them, but I don't see them or talk to them ever. I haven't talked to anyone since, other than text, I haven't talked to anyone other than my parents and my brother since, probably like, did you play the South Africa trip? No, maybe like, it's been like a year and a month. Like last February was probably the last time that I talked to someone. You said you go outside? Yeah, but like saying things to someone who works at a shop isn't a conversation, like a social thing. I obviously have to navigate through life, but I don't fucking talk to people. And I'm feeling better than ever these past few months anyway, so I'm doing good. Oh, Ben Elliott? Yeah, Twitter Spaces is different, you know what I mean? Very different. DJ is a Zoom call as an MMA guru. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean. Stop poking holes. You know exactly what I mean. You still plan on getting a part-time job? I get the PED stuff. I'm speaking to the overrated claims from you. How is he overrated when he's still a top-tier fighter over multiple generations? Because here's why he's overrated, the fam god. And I think, yeah, you were the guy arguing with me about him before. He beat a much smaller selection of fighters. And also, here's why he's overrated. You don't consider someone overrated when you just look at their career. The way someone's overrated is you take what people say about them. People literally will say about Jon Jones that he's unbeatable. I've seen him beaten. That's why he's overrated. You want to deduct all of the PED test failures to have an argument with me. If that's how you can win, that's what you can do. You want to deduct the fact that he was the first light heavyweight and everyone else was a fat welterweight. People will discuss him like he cannot be beaten. Jones in a round. I've literally seen him lose to Dominic Reyes. I've watched him lose. I've watched people take rounds off him. I've watched people make it to split decisions with him. Thiago Santos on one leg made it to a split decision with him. Yet the consensus of his fan base is Jones by whatever he wants. Jones is around. I watched 44-year-old Stipe, or however old he is, barely or maybe take round 2 off of Jon Jones after being smashed up in round 1. So it's not just... Overrated is based on like people's opinion of him. You know? I watched him take Anthony Smith 5 rounds. You know? Stipe did not win a round. Dude, he made round 2 pretty close. You call Jon overrated, but how impressive is it that he's 16 years in, yet how many heavyweights and light heavyweights would you realistically choose to beat him? I mean, a lot of the current roster, I think, would have a really good shot if Reyes beat his ass. But yeah, he's 16 years in, but for like half of that, he's been active. It's still very impressive, but, you know, the record number of failed PED tests play a role. Why is only the GOAT of the sport the guy with this many failed PED tests? That's suspicious to me. You know what I mean? So it's good, but then you also got to wonder, like, oh, why is he so much? How has this guy done so much and also got the amount of failed PED tests that he does? You know? So it is one of those things. Thank you for the $5. But yeah, he ain't been active for those 16 years. And why? Because he's constantly under suspension for things. I hope Aspinall sleeps him and his fans can shut the fuck up. I know. Same here. Dude, that's all I need in life. A big Aspinall win over Jon Jones. You know what I mean? If Aspinall can go down the heavyweight goat, I just imagine it now. Aspinall beats Jones, then Pereira, then defends against Garn or Almeida on a win streak. Preferably Almeida after, like, making it look easier than Jones did against Garn or some shit. And then just sails off. It would be sick. Bro, honestly, you got to be careful with what you say on Twitter. I know you extremists certain people get. If they see you in person, it can get dicey. Yeah, I'll be all right, mate. Thank you for the 5. I know what you mean. I do think about that, but I'll be fine, brother. I barely go out anyway, and I shouldn't need to worry about saying that child marriage is bad on Twitter and be scared to go outside. So if I need to die to become a martyr to prove that point to the rest of my population, so be it. To be honest with you, I ain't going to be scared to tell people that child marriage is wrong on Twitter. I'm sorry. That's just how it is, man. If I've been getting death threats, and I see them all the time, and if we see you outside, and this is your sister, right? And no, it's a younger cousin of mine, but you're sending me it saying that you're going to decapitate her and do this to her body. I get it, and that's what they do, but I'm not going to be scared to say that child marriage is wrong on Twitter. I'm sorry. It ain't happening, brother. You know what I mean? Manifesting his death, I mean, I want it anyway, so if it happens in a cool way, then it happens in a cool way. I'm going to crash. They've got me. Alright, we're good. Obviously, I don't want to die. But I'm alright, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not suicidal. I'm good. I don't know, dude. I'm just not going to be afraid to say that child marriage is wrong. You know what I mean? I know who these audience are. I know what they send me on Instagram. What I'm doing is a response to the way they treat me for having nuanced takes previously, early in my YouTube career. So I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not going to be scared to say that certain things are wrong and inbreeding's wrong. I don't give a fuck. Keep the threats coming. Honest, thank you. Respect to the covert ops, your methods are mad. Thank you. Answer to who are you to root for? Ank's, they look like him. I know, yeah. Thank you for the 2. People are calling me racist for, like, going against Ank and, like, supporting Pereira. Ank's whiter than Pereira by far. He may not be white, but he's whiter than Pereira by fucking tenfold. I don't know why people think that. I'm racist for rooting for Brazilians against fucking Caucasus people. Just because you're uglier doesn't mean, like, racism should be taken more seriously against you. I don't know why that's the culture these days. I don't get it. You're a coward if you're scared to talk about some people. I know. I'm not scared to talk about them at any point. You guys always do that. Like, I'm scared to talk about them. I talk about them every stream. I talk about them so much it gets boring. People don't want to hear that. We're trying to talk about MMA sometimes. I hate when people do that. I'm scared to talk about the Jays. Like, come on, dude. The fuck? Mention them every fucking stream, borderline. Can we talk MMA? Yuri gonna... No fun, no fans. Inbred bums fighting just once. True that. Thank you for the 2. Coward. Okay, these guys. Anez Nayazi. Coward. Brother, I didn't mention religion, man. I said that inbreeding's wrong and child marriage is wrong. And you have felt offended by it enough to call me a coward. The fuck? Like, you just think that applies to you? I don't know, man. Up to you. I feel like people are, like, outing themselves, man. Jesus. I mentioned religion afterwards, but not in the post that I made. That everyone saw. You know what I'm saying? You must hate Ankalaev because he's a Muslim. Nothing to do with that. It's the only possible explanation. We are victims, yeah. Stuff to do with that, dude. I like Makachev. I can have nuance in my take. I just disagree with child marriage and inbreeding. And then Muslims get offended by that. Say the insult and the fucking victim will fucking show themselves. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't get it. How old was Asia? Dude, it's not even about that because back then that shit did happen. It's just like justifying it. Using back then to justify the way that modern society should be is fucking retarded. So thank you for the $2. That's my take on it. Don't act like every fucking world leader wasn't just fucking savaging young women back in the day. But using it to justify how things should be now is just fucking disgusting. Ankalaev would destroy you. Yeah, he's a professional MMA fighter, mate. Guru, don't believe threats online are Muslims. They are, though. Or at least they claim they are. Just because they're not good ones, or they're not ones that are being devout, then it's a little bit of a different situation. But they're not Dagestanis, though. You know, I used to think it was the Dagestanis. Oh my god, these Dagestanis, they're so annoying with their death threats. It's not them. It's like the Dagestanis succeed, the white Muslims succeed, and then like Pakistanis and Saudis that have no representative in combat sports ever, and even right now at all, they just like, they lose their fucking mind, and now they're like living vicariously through the Dagestanis, basically. Those are the ones that are sending me shit. It's always someone with like a European or a like Canadian or American flag, and then a Saudi or a Pakistani flag. That's all. More like Pakistanis, bro. Maybe not the Saudis as much, but Pakistani flag, I see it a lot, yeah. I see it a lot. But they're like 70%. So I don't want to bring it up, but if you look up a map of something, you'll see a 70% ratio, so... That's what it was, but I don't know. I don't mind. It's only like a few. I'm not going to like... It's only a few people that are doing some shit like that, but, you know. I just get it. It's the only ones I get backlash from. Why are you talking about Islam so much? I'm not. I said I disagree with child marriage, and I disagree with inbreeding, and then you took that as me talking about Islam. But I'm not saying that. I literally just said Saudi and... Pakistan. I say in nations. But you took it as that. I don't know why. No, dude, like, if I need to die in life because I stand against child marriage and forced inbreeding, my bad. I'll do it. You know what I mean? As long as that wakes up my entire continent, then that's what it'll take. I don't care. Thank you for the 2. Like, I really don't mind, dude. I'll get beaten up for standing against child marriage and forced inbreeding. Like, if that's really the fucking war you want to fight for, like, and that's the thing that starts your crusade against me, he fucking said that forced inbreeding is wrong and child marriage is wrong, then sure, that's what makes you angry enough to go after me, dude. That's your side. You know what I'm saying? Pick your side, man. The world will take notes. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Impression of Jablik. What qualities make a great champion? Activity. Willing to step up and save events. Flatline KOs. Nothing that these fucking Ankalaev guys can do other than Makhachev. I saw Dylan Dennis say on Twitter chat, I'll say this. Dylan Dennis posted Bilal Muhammad, Ankalaev, and Makhachev and said, this sport's so cooked. Dude, do not lump Makhachev in with the other 2. You know? Don't lump Makhachev in with the other 2. I don't know about that. Dude, Makhachev is fucking fun. He's head kicking people. He's fucking going for submissions at every point. Everything Makhachev does in a fight is attempting to finish someone. You know? So I don't see why people do that shit where they lump Makhachev in with the rest of them, dude. It's like a majority of them, but it ain't Makhachev. Makhachev and Habib were the outliers amongst them. You're right, it was Pereira. It was. So glad you criticized the alternative take culture. It's fine, dude. It's fine. They got to get a fan base somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the 2. I don't know why, but when I watched them chat, isn't it like they try and make a joke and it's just like, ugh, you know? Like MMA Joey, if I see a clip of him and it's him doing a joke, it's just like, oh, this is just, there's no like charisma to them. You know what I'm saying? There really is no charisma to these guys. Like there's no organic human charisma to them. It's very, ugh, God, such, you know what I mean? It's almost like there's no humanity there. It's a weird one. Thank you for the 2. So glad you have read it. I'm up to date. Why stream now? I've woke up at about 11 p.m., mate. I had a good dream. I had a crazy good dream. Can't remember what it was about, but it was good. So rehearsed and modern, yeah. Lucas Tracy had charisma. MMA, Bedtime MMA has some as well. But some of the other ones, it's just all the jokes just land so flat. And I'm just like, oh. And you know what it is? Sometimes Weasel does this, but the other channels do it as well. They'll make a joke and it'll be like, I know you thought that one up before the video as well. You know? You can't be doing that, thinking up of jokes before the video. You got to let them fly. Off the dome, ski. You know? Bedtime's good. I like Bedtime. Lucas Tracy's good as well. But God, some of them are trash. No, I'm not an energy drink guy. I used to drink Monster when I was younger, but then it's like, it's bad for you, innit? So I know a lot of things are bad for me, but no, I don't really drink energy drinks. I don't like them. Anyone else don't like energy drinks? Yes or no, chat? Energy drinks, you have to like trick your stomach into expecting them by drinking enough of them for your stomach to adapt to where it needs them. Like there's certain drinks, chat, out there where it messes up your stomach so much that drinking more of them settles your stomach by giving it what it's used to. It's almost like you live in this state of uncomfort, in this state of uncomfort. And then when you drink it, it kind of is like, what we expected. You know what I mean? And it's like, no. It kind of feels that way about a lot of drinks, especially with energy drinks. You got to be careful with Red Bull and Monster and stuff like that. Same with junk food. Exactly, but you notice it more with a drink, you know. No, you're just soy. No, that is true. That is true. You guys just amped up on energy drinks, I guess, which is probably why I get donations in pounds at 4 a.m. Aspinall lost the Poatan fight. John is Tom's only hope of becoming a star, and it's going to be so satisfying when John retires and Tom becomes irrelevant. Well, apparently the fight is set, and they're just working out a date now. And they were waiting to see what happens in Pereira versus Ankalaev first. So apparently that's wrong. Dana said that they're actually set with the fight, and Aspinall seems to think so as well. So, yeah. They're just working out a place and a time. 24.8k. That's huge. Chat, what card do you think would break that? Jones Aspinall, if I streamed for at Jones Aspinall, what do you think I'm hitting? If Ankalaev Pereira hit 24.8, do you think we could get 30? I think we could get 30. You better wife up Fairy before bedtime does. You guys gotta stop. Go MMA, you say the wrong thing and I can neutralize a source of your income in a snap of the fingers like that. You little leech parasite human. Add that to the outro of your fucking video.